Hey guys, this is Dharmesh. Welcome to my channel. I have been following the Kushaq for quite some time now, and as it has been generating a lot of hype in the market for the Skoda, and the last time that a car got that much of hype was the Kia Seltos, which actually turned the gains for the Kia in India. Right, if you can see where the sales that is having right now, right? And I just wanted to see where the Kushaq could go, and probably I was one of the most prospective buyer, and I wanted to buy a car for myself. And I had some thoughts about Kushaq and how Skoda would place it, but again I wanted to wait for the prices as well, and how it would really take on the crowd regarding its pricing. So where does the Kushaq fit in? We have been hearing this over and over that it is a competitor to the Creta and the Seltos, Creta and Seltos. So do you really think so? It is a competitor to the Creta or the Seltos? I don't think so, because if you see its dimensions, if you see its the way it stands, right? It is more like one of the cars that we have on Indian roads, and that is a Maruti S Cross. It has the same dimensions and it looks almost the same. And the Maruti S Cross is not a proper SUV; it's a crossover. And when you kind of pitch it with the Cretas and the Seltos, people get a different idea that they're going to really get a big car. Probably it is 20 centimeters lesser than the Seltos and the Creta, but again it would look smaller on the road. And if you see the real competition to it, it would be the likes of the Sonnet, the Venue, and probably the S Cross, correct? But not the Creta and the Seltos. Now, if you see the prices of the Kushaq on road, so we have the top end of the 1 liter to be around 15.8 lakhs, and the 1.5 liter at 17.8 or something ex showroom, correct? And that seems to be a lot personally, because if you add up the whole amount of the on road price, it would go upwards of 21 lakhs. And reality, right, to even defend Kushaq on its price, if you can just take a look at the breakup of the car, generally on a general basis, like for example, if you're buying an SUV that is more than 4 meters in length, and it is costing around 15.75 16 lakhs, if you take the breakup of the car, you have the ex factory price plus the GST. This forms the ex showroom price that has been sold to the dealer, and after you buy it from the dealer, you pay the registration charges, the RTO, and the insurance plus the road tax, right? So in this whole process, if you just go across and see, if you have a car that is more than 4 meters in length and it has an engine of around 1.4 liters or probably a 1 liter engine, you're actually paying for the product that is 8.5 to 9 lakhs only, and the rest all is tax, and you can add a lakh rupees for the insurance, right? So basically for the 16 lakhs, you are paying only 9 lakhs for the car, and the rest all goes into the taxes. So the manufacturer have to work in a very limited space, wherein they have to provide the best in safety, the best in class entertainment, the best in class drivability, right? The best class seating space and all. And within that 8.5 9 lakhs, they have to give so much, and it really gets difficult for them to provide as the best in class, right? And now with Skoda's pricing, as you see, a Maruti S Cross, you might get it for around 13 lakhs on road, but now you are paying a premium of upwards of 21 lakhs. So in that case, you kind of feel, am I paying a little high? But in Skoda's defense, probably they're giving a real safe car that is built of a lot of high strength steel, not like competitors. That we probably might know when the NCAP ratings come out, right? So we expect no less than a 5 star for a Skoda Kushaq. But again, if you see its competition, or the so-called competition, the Creta and the Seltos, the Creta has a 4 star rating and the Seltos has a 3 or something of that sort. And if you even see Kia, the confidence of the car in the customers is slowly going down because of the recent accident that broke the car into two, and people started saying that it is not made of high strength steel, and there are a lot of rumors that are going on. I'm not sure if they're true, but again, the possibility is there because the car broke into half, right? But again, if you see the Creta, it's this Seltos sibling, but it claims that it can hold two elephants on its back. And moreover, what do we want? We want bigger cars, right? Indians, they don't care about safety. There are a lot of 0 star cars that go on sale, and you know what I'm talking about, which cars I'm talking about. So that is that's a point wherein Kushaq might not sell. Hearing the price of the Kushaq, saying the 15.7 and 17.8 something for the top ends for the 1 liter and the 1.5 automatic respectively. So does it really justify the customer? So that's a question that many people have been asking. Does it really justify the cost? And I think from a customer's perspective, it does not justify the car. Because what do we look in, right? We Indians will look in, we want a bigger car. Okay, it is a status quo for us. And we need, and the Koreans have spoiled us with a lot of gadgetry, you know. They have pampered us too much with a lot of features that we might probably not need, but we kind of expect it out of the new cars that come in the segment. And Kushaq doesn't even give half of them, right? And probably Skoda has a better answer near them, saying that they have a better build quality. But again, we don't care, right? We are even buying cars which are 0 stars, and people don't care. So it doesn't justify. So the price doesn't justify. And one more thing that drags the Kushaq down is probably is the dimensions, and they're kind of boasting of its wheelbase. That's the highest in the segment. I agree it is its highest in the segment, but there's no point that you shrink the car, and if you even see its boot, it is totally shrunken, and it's a totally a 4-seater car. I don't think you can have a fifth person even manage to sit there in the city conditions. Correct? It is really difficult for a fifth person to sit over there. It's just for a kid. And if you overall see the car, it is very small for someone to own and someone to really have the road presence on the highway, right? So people might not want to have that. And to be really frank on the pricing, what will the exact price of this car that I would want would be whatever the ex-showroom prices are right now. If they would be the on-road prices of this, I think it would be a killer in the Indian market for sure. But I think now we have to live with the fact that this the car has been priced really high, and it is only for the people who really want to own a Skoda, and they know what a Skoda is, and they are the Skoda loyalists, right? So and that's the video, guys. So those are my thoughts, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay home, stay happy. Bye bye.